What's up, guys? This next video is going to be us hanging out in Vero Beach. A little bit of water maker action, windy, and then
windy.
we leave to come to Jensen Beach, and we're here now. So enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Yeah. Making some corn. I had to ask my mom how to boil corn. Pretty embarrassing. It's 49 degrees out. Today we are going from Melbourne to Vero Beach. We have our truck with us. We have to Uber back to Melbourne after our sail and come get our truck and drive it down to Vero Beach City Marina. So that's fun. Seen dock neighbors on Serenity. Mike and Patty made us some breakfast biscuits and brought us some jam and butter. They're so nice. Hanging out with them for about a month, and they have been very sweet. They're on a 51-foot Navigator, I think it is. It's a very beautiful yacht, and yeah, they're leaving on the 10th to Marathon for 2 months, so hopefully we'll be able to run into them there. Oh, we're currently on our way. We're currently on our way. 6.5 knots. We have our head sail out, and the wind's kind of directly behind us, so that's kind of why the head sail doesn't look like it's doing as much as it could. Friends Painkiller are behind us, not really our friends, we just met him once. And yeah, we're riding these waves with a northerly, gust of 16. That was a whitecap wave right there. You can see some waves we're about to get up into. So, really nice day so far. We already got off our dock, onto the fuel dock, and fueled. So the only thing we got to do left is get onto our dock at Vero Beach. And that's going to be the hardest part of the day. So, trying to enjoy the good parts and keep going forward. Sailing. We got about 10 behind us, but we're going 6, so that's really what, 16 knots, right? So, yeah, lots of wind today. See, there's a bit wavy in the ICW, but should be good. We should get to Vero Beach around 2 p.m. Got the iPad out now. Velma's still really cold. Scooby's chilling. We had a tack. There's a channel marker.
I'm in the sun.
Breeze in the sun now, but the sail keeps kind of blocking the sun, so she's trying to get what sun she can. Still looking like 2:30. We've lost about a half an hour because we're going slow. So there's a sailboat anchored right there next to that little island. There's a bunch of chains of islands. Oh, there's a dolphin right there. Don't know if you saw it on the video. And a power boat is coming by fairly close. Let's see how much this wakes us. Well Hung was the name of the boat. Well hung. Well, you're going to... He's confiscating. What's the word? Compensating. All right, well, here comes his wake. This is what it looks like when we get waked by a power boat that doesn't give a crap about sailboats.
If you have a power boat, PSA.
Yeah. And then we just go all over the place, and our sails rock. That one wasn't horribly bad because they were almost up on plane. It's almost better to just blast past me up on plane than doing the whole...
Yeah, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, so...
Still pretty quick.
Not too bad. Not too bad, Velma. Velma. The water is already starting to look nicer. Got a lot of boats around us right now, so that's why it's kind of all white. We just had a few boats pass us that way. Giant boat passes this way. It's very beautiful. And the sailboat's coming almost on our starboard here. So port. Come on, Captain. We are about 25 minutes away, and we're under sail. We don't have any engines running right now, and we have our full Genoa out, and we're going 5.5. The gusts make us go 7 and heel us over a little. It's really nice. The sun is shining on us. Sails all the way out. And we're chilling. We got about 20 minutes left. We just got to go around this corner, and then we're actually probably going to end up putting the sail in soon here and motoring to our dock for a week because it's going to be 30 degrees in Florida. Made it to Vero Beach. I usually do this with our lines, but I learned in my captain's course it's called flemishing. So flemishing my lines here on the dock. the 2 nights that we're gonna be in this. How you feeling after first sail after a month on the dock?
Good. Tired.
Tired?
Mm-hmm.
I know you're really tired.
Yeah, I'm tired.
These two are poop too. Scooby went poop, Elma didn't go poop. I'm pretty alright. I'm actually pretty hungry. Bree's really hungry too. And one of us has to cook. But a gentleman offered to bring us to our truck at 5, but he doesn't work the next 2 days. So, and he's actually not even bringing us to his truck. He's bringing us to Sebastian, which is significantly closer. So our Uber would be shorter and cheaper. So we're probably going to end up taking him up on that offer, but it just kind of means we kind of have to stay awake and wait till 5 p.m. to go do that. It's like 3 right now. For the Lions. In our truck now. Eating some fast food. About to pick up some coffee creamer, Ziploc bags. And then we're going to be back at the boat for the night. VERO Beach for the next 2 days. Walking the dogs this morning, VERO Beach. Getting a marathon vibe from this marina and area. It seems like a good amount of people do live here, and out on the moorings they live on their boats. So I looked up things to do in VERO Beach, and an art museum and a botanical garden both came up, so we might end up doing those today. To get ourselves away from boat life a little bit, away from the dogs, to give ourselves a break. And I want to try to get my water maker working today. So in order to get our water maker working, we have to replace all 3 filters and 1 membrane. Those are the main components of the system that can fail easily. So I've bought new ones and I'm going to replace them all. And then the system works itself. So the pump still works, the lift pump still works, the boost pump still works. So as long as there's no major leaks and I replaced the filters correctly, it should just work. I was having a really hard time sleeping this morning. I'll probably end up taking a nap sometime today, but I got up at like 5 a.m. and started playing Harry Potter. And I'm basically done with the game now. I'm on the last battle against the last boss, and once I beat that, I'm done with the game. So I paused it and stopped playing. Give you a little vibe of the area. This is one of the dinghy docks, and that's another one of the dinghy docks, and this is where you have to come to get off your boat if you're on a mooring. So we're not on a mooring though, and I'll show you the moorings here soon, which are really, this is the only marina that I've ever seen them make you buddy boat on a mooring. So you have to raft up on your mooring. So when I show you the mooring, you're gonna see 2 or 3 boats on each mooring ball, which I think is super unique. This is the marina building that has the facilities, laundry, bathroom, showers. Here's our truck. Those are the moorings that I mentioned. As you can see, there's 3 boats on that first mooring. There's 2 boats on the other mooring. There's 2 boats on that mooring. And you can see people hanging out on their paddle boards, trying to enjoy the morning. Pretty cool. But yeah, just a very interesting setup with the moorings. Nothing I've seen before. First part of this Seawater Pro project is going to be just emptying out this entire lazarette, so there's space for me to work on the machine down there. These are all the replacement parts. There's 1 membrane, 2 membrane, the clean out filter, 20 micron filter, and the 5 micron filter for the whole system. That's what we're replacing. Now I'm in here, so now I can come down and I can work on it in here. We have the main system here. This main pump is the pump under our engine, and this boost pump is that pump right there. This is going to tell us how much pressure it has. This is going to tell us how much parts per million is in the water. It's going to tell us how many gallons it's creating per hour, or yeah, gallons. And then this is if we need to change the pressure. This is how we change the pressure. So This is where all the filters are, and as you can see, they're very dirty. They need to be replaced. So the biggest one I'm not positive how to replace is the membranes themselves. These ones look actually really easy to replace, but these don't look as easy, and I might have to do some taking apart to replace them. So we'll see how this. Got one filter off. They smell really horrible. These are old filters. This is gonna be our new ones. So looking forward. Oh, I might have just made a really big mistake. It looks like I just snapped this, that, and that looks like a break. Does not look like it. It's supposed to come off. So, yay! I just want to interrupt while I'm editing and saying that anybody that's a boat owner knows that when you start one project, you basically start 2 or 3 projects, because every single time that you try to get through one project, something else happens, and that's what's happening right here. So this is the inlet from the water, from the seawater that goes into the first filter, that goes into the whole system. And right as I was trying to take off the filters, this snapped. And so we're gonna have to figure out to buy a new one. Maybe Seawater Pro has them. I'm gonna take off the whole T right now, that the water either goes to the cleaning system or, and then it comes up, and then it either goes into the system or into the cleaning system. That T part of the system I need to take off of the system now. So many tools. So realistically, I probably could have waited to do this project till Fort Lauderdale, because Seawater Pro's headquarters is in Fort Lauderdale. So as I was doing this, I broke a part. Got kind of gross. It just got in the middle of our seat. But this part right here, I broke. It goes into this on this end. It's supposed to be like that. They sell them for $20, a tiny little part. So we're gonna buy like 6 of them once we get to Fort Lauderdale, which is gonna be in like a week and a half. So this project will probably have to be on hold. The other thing I learned is you only have to replace your membranes every 5 years. I don't even think this water maker is 5 years old. I think it was put in 2022. So I might not replace the membranes. It actually seems like quite a bigger project than the filters. But I am going to replace the filters right now. Took a lot of it apart because a lot of it was leaking. Figured out how our fresh water is tied into it and how it cleans it. So just really learning all the parts of it. Good. And once we get to Fort Lauderdale, I'll be able to buy a replacement part. Well, instead of waiting for Fort Lauderdale, I'm running a Home Depot right now, because these parts made it so the clean out system uses our fresh water, and if I take this parts off when we turn our fresh water pump on, water just spews out. So I gotta replace that. All right, I'm back with the parts. I'm gonna try to put it back. Well, some boat projects don't end successfully. Installed all the parts. Right now I have one part that I cannot get twisted onto both parts that I need to twist it on. I can't wrap my head around the correct way to do it, but basically once I get that part twisted on, technically speaking, it's back to how it was before I messed with it. The only problem is when I turn it on, there's a bunch of leaks everywhere. Nowhere that I touched, which means regardless of me fixing what I'm fixing or not, I'd still have these problems. So I called Seawater Pro in Fort Lauderdale and I asked if they had a tech or someone that'd be willing to come out and just kind of fix it themselves. And I'll pay them whatever it takes to fix it. It's about 85% done, but the 15% is just freaking leaks. There's little leaks everywhere that, yeah, I mean, it sounds pretty pathetic, me asking someone to chase after my leaks. So I'll probably end up doing it myself, but it's just so frustrating and defeating. I'll put everything back for now. Basically, the part that I cannot get to screw on to this is those 2 parts right there. So if I can wrap my brain around that, I think it'll all be fixed, but there's leaks everywhere. This thing is leaking right here. That pump, those 2 inputs to that pump are leaking. That blue line and that black line. So lots of leaks that I'm just annoyed with. Ray's making some paparanellas. Paparanellas. Watching Sam Holmes sailing. Still at Vero Beach. Currently at the Vero Beach.
It's gorgeous. I like the way it sounds.
The Man of War jellyfish right in front of us on Vero Beach. Right there. Walking around downtown Vero Beach. Trying to figure out if there's really anything to do in this town. Walking the dogs one more time tonight before the Lions game starts. And we're gonna win. Healthy wrap for the Lions game. Go Lions! Alright, well, after a lot of help from that guy right there, thank him so much. Like, holy crap, thank you so much, guy. Bree dropped the boat hook in the water. She cut herself, and now we are attached to the mooring ball 46 at Jensen Beach. We'll be here for 2 nights. I accidentally paid for 3, but we're gonna leave on Friday. So yeah, next step is going to be getting this bad boy down. So I have to release that blue line, release this white line, release that white line, and should be good. And of course, Miss Velma here is super, she wants to go in the dinghy. Look at, there's some freaking oil. Looks like we're leaking. I got the dinghy down, got the motor connected. Now the other hard part of the day is getting the motor onto the dinghy. So we're gonna do that right now. It's going. What happened?
Our check valve, or whatever it
Failed.
would be.
It's
Failed.
called a, I don't know, like a regulator, I guess. I don't know. It's like a little ball valve, kind of like a ball valve that when you pump it.
That thing. But
This
this
thing
one
right here.
didn't fit. It was too big.
Yeah, we bought this one thinking it fit, and the hose this side's too big. This side screws into it, but
Perfect.
hose
Yeah.
wouldn't go over it. So Bree just found a random one in a drawer,
Woo!
and it worked.
Gotta
And now the
love
engine's
when
going. So we're gonna go relax a little bit down below, and then soon after, these two will be going out. All right, guys, thanks for watching the video. We're gonna be on this mooring ball for a few days now, and then we're gonna go to West Palm Beach.